There you go.
Wow.
Yes, but I didn't still can't hear you guys.
So we are live.
So my,
This is good.
We are live now, and I do not know why this camera is doing this Zoom thing. It's like, anyway, that's funny.
you didn't do any hair or makeup today.
I know I should have had the makeup trailer out front.
This is terrible. Wish we could.
All right, good evening, and welcome to the Putnam Valley Library Board of Trustees meeting, January 20th, 2026. It does say in the agenda annual meeting, but it's not. We already had that. We went through that fun last month. The point, got a public comment in person or via email on agenda items only. There's no public here, so we move on to, can I get a resolution and approval of the minutes for December 15th, 2025?
I saw you approve the minutes from our other meeting.
I second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay,
Should have told Jody to come. I think she forgot it was at 6.
she can come. We might be done by the
Time is
time
it
she gets.
over?
Well, she's from Mayapack, right?
She's not gonna get here.
Just tell her to watch this.
Okay.
Tell her to watch
If
this.
she needs
She
a
says
link,
she's heading over.
Oh,
Okay, well,
You might be gone. You might have
What
time are we
going
going
to
done
the-
by?
this is it. You know, with
We have to leave at what time?
we had to leave by 7:30 ish.
7:40 at the latest.
so
So
take her that long to get here.
Okay.
It'll take 20 minutes.
All right. Okay.
okay, well, I'm glad we reached out to her then, because that's what I was thinking. She might have thought it was 7. So
Okay.
Okay.
Presentations. We do not have any presentations.
Oh, we
Well, we
present
do,
you with your
because-
birthday card. so-
Oh, well, thank you for the presentation of my birthday card and the presentation of treats.
Treats.
Well, I'm going to read Michael's presentation though, right?
Oh, you're right.
Or is that not now?
That's not a presentation, that's a report.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're up next, though. You're up next.
Item 5, reports. Friends of the Library.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Yes. Okay, sorry.
Got overly excited.
I do.
That happens.
It's my favorite time of the month. All right.
I'll leave that there.
Oh, I'm having a meeting and talking about the library. That's very exciting.
What did Michael
Wait,
think?
I'm gonna admit him. He's joining now, and Michael Bennett is now part of the meeting.
Michael Bennett. Hi.
Okay.
Oh, that's it was Michael.
I should do.
Hello.
Is he?
They're saying that if you can just
Lost. All this food.
You guys will eat it. okay?
Uh.
Did they eat all the cookies?
Which cookies?
Christmas cookie.
Oh yeah, we ate all. Did you bring those in the tin? Oh, they're so good. Thank you.
I do not know why this is.
I didn't
here.
know that was from you. I'm sorry. I would have thanked you. I ate most of them, even though I should. Very good.
Okay.
Lisa didn't like to bake them. No, not that you have sugar on.
I'm not either. Having a hard
Sorry,
time.
Michael. We're gonna. Mina's about to read your report, and we're just waiting for Leslie to come back in.
Should we send Jody the link?
It's on the website. She can just go to the website.
I know, but
click
if
on
you're on the mobile, you can't always see everything.
She's not, I don't think she's coming.
Okay, so I have a friend's report from Michael Bennett. He regrettably is in Connecticut, so I said I would read this for him. He said a very busy month. The Friends Operating Group held a very productive meeting on January 4th, at which a number of topics were discussed and projects were begun or continued. Members of the group reported on their findings, having performed a short survey of all the public libraries in Putnam and Dutchess counties and a few in Westchester. Our goal for this short survey was to learn a little bit about the offerings of our neighboring libraries, find out which have a Friends organization, also learn how they operate, and to examine their websites and social media use. We were also interested in seeing what other Friends groups do with and for their libraries, as it is our most significant project in Putnam Valley, and as it to see what museum passes other libraries offer. So it's interesting to find out that not all libraries have a Friends organization at all, and those that do are not all particularly active. We found that most Friends groups, in fact, quite a few have their own websites or social media, but not most, but some merely have a page within or a portion of a page of their library's website, and the information provided about the Friends is often very limited. A few methods to join or donate are provided online, and some links were found to be dead. While fundraising is, of course, a primary function of the Friends groups, it was interesting to see a few of the other methods that other groups use. The regular book sale at the Desmond Fish Library seems to be very successful, while the library in Wappingers Falls obtains funding from several small local businesses and funds from politicians. A small subcommittee was formed to examine and evaluate our own museum passes program and to compare our offerings with those from other libraries. We created a list of every museum pass offered within the Mid-Hudson library system so we could see the possibilities in use. On this subject, I'm having a terrible time renewing our basketball books. This has been a regular annual difficulty. So to summarize, it's very hard to reach the membership to renew, but he is working on it. Otherwise, all the passes are paid and current, including the Empire Parks pass. Michael said he did not know yet if plans have been made regarding the public reopening event for the community room, but he definitely would like to be involved, whether it's as a participant or as the primary event coordinator. Just let him know. He doesn't have anything specific in mind, but he discussed the possibility of food and snacks and entertainment, music or other. They would like to start a monthly pub trivia night at the library. A discussion of the days and times seemed like a regular Saturday night, the first Sunday at 7 p.m. or the third Saturday, whatever. They'll skip the alcohol, but they'll have beverages and snacks. And you can come with a group of your own, or you can become paired up when you come here. We'd like to start that in March. So that sounds pretty interesting. Sounds like a great idea. They'd like to throw an annual Friends party of some sort just for the Friends members. And of course, anyone else can come and join the Friends. We'll have food and some sort of entertainment. There'll be no fee. The target would be the end of the summer. We've been talking about used book sales, me and Michael, and Michael's interested in doing it. The main concern is where to store the books. You just got to spend months gathering them. And if you don't store them right, they're going to be moldy and warped and yucky. So he's cool. Inviting suggestions from the board or solutions to where to store the books. And he'd like to do a few other little events, Freedom of Information Day, Library Card Sign Up Month, Library Workers Day, Banned Books Week, and more as plans are developed. The two biggest periods of time will be National Friends of the Libraries Week, which is in April, and National Libraries Week in October. So the first event would, of course, be April 25th, and he wants to do a Putnam Valley Library Road Rally and Picnic. And then the annual dinner fundraiser would be on October 25th, which we know we just had the murder mystery a few months ago, which was very successful. One of the members is also developing a plan to upgrade and update the Friends website to be a little bit more user-friendly, permitting easier online donations and memberships and renewals. Social media will continue to be a part of this, of course. So that is Michael Bennett's report. Thank you, Michael. It sounds like you have a lot of really great projects in the pipeline.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
Can I ask how many members are in the group? Did you get more people?
I don't know if he can talk.
You can't talk?
Well, I can allow him to talk.
Can you unmute?
As a breach of protocol.
Press 1 to allow Michael to speak.
Unmute Mike.
Press 2 to mute her.
Michael, you can speak.
The question was, how many friends are there?
Yeah, how many friends did you get at your meeting? I think that's
The
great.
Friends group, the FOG.
Yeah, this is just the operating group. This isn't, we don't invite everybody. We have a group of 10 people. There's a couple that haven't really joined us yet. Two of the folks that Joe had forwarded to us. But we had a half dozen at the last meeting working on these things.
That's great, because you were down to very few, so a half dozen's a lot.
That's wonderful.
How many, in general, how many friends?
Well, there's two questions: how many friends, and how many friends who have paid a dues or an annual donation, and those are two very different numbers.
Mm-hmm. How many? Just how many friends? We won't worry if they paid or not.
How many interested parties do you have, sir?
127.
Oh, that's
Really?
really good.
That's great.
That is very good.
It's more friends than I have in my life.
Set up.
Good.
Got a lot of friends. Thank you for being a friend.
Who are friends. We have families of multiple people who are friends. So we have about 60 or 70 memberships. But again, not everyone is diligent in their payments.
Thanks.
So if you're watching, even though nobody is watching, feel free to pay.
I've been paid in the past, but I don't think I've seen a renewal notice.
Really?
He sent us an email.
I got an email on it. Yeah, all right. I don't remember if I paid or not. I think I did. I'm not
This is
sure.
the issue.
Well, this is a reminder. I know, I've gotten that email to renew.
A not so subtle reminder. Thank you, Michael.
Did Jody log on?
No.
Oh, okay.
She's having trouble finding it, but I just sent.
That's why I
I'm
was
aware of what.
saying that if you're on a mobile, you're not going to see the link.
Thank you, Michael. And as far as we have part of our conversation is about the reopening events, and we definitely want to include you on that. So if you can hang on till we get to that, that won't be long. You'll hear what we're talking about. Okay?
Go out of order.
The car.
Right.
He is driving.
He's driving.
Could be dead zone, so we gotta.
We'll get back to it.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you back on mute, Michael. Okay. Director's report.
Did
You ready?
anybody have any questions or comments?
No questions. I thought it was weird the paving was 72,000, 85,000, or 19.
That's
So
the
that's just
first
patching?
two are the full shebang.
Okay.
The next one is just more dealing with this problem area by the exit. Right. So it's a question of, do we want the full treatment, which I don't think we can do.
We have to get a grant.
I think that focusing on this, yeah, they would like focusing on that exit area where, it gets really bad when you go to the left of that tree.
Yeah.
And then it's like if they cut that out and rolled it and filled it and marked it with a P, it's when you just put the coal patch on, it doesn't adhere, and then you just drag it up. It's like, so if we don't do that whole specific method, it's not going to keep. So we have to think about, spending a little bit more, but getting that, at least that for next year. I think this year needs to be done. Or needs to be.
Can't we patch that hole, cover the, use the tarmac covered stuff? I mean, we don't have to do
Seal coat.
do the whole. I mean, I don't understand why that wouldn't keep. I mean, why wouldn't that? Because it would all have to come up again, or
Well, if they do the cutout, it should
The
hold
cutout will
pretty
keep.
well
It's a
because it
patchy-
goes below this. And I
Right.
mean, it's still got a bump, but it's not a loose edge, which is the issue with the plows.
right?
It's like when you shave and you got to lose a
And
scab.
so would it? Sorry, because Jody
Careful.
texted
You've all
me.
done that. Come on.
For the 19,000, then would it be the cutout thing that will keep, or 19,000 is just half?
She's in. She's in. Hi, Jody.
Oh, is that who keeps stuff? Yeah. It's like, who is that?
We're not gonna unmute her either.
So the 19,000.
Remember, this goes into ArcLight, so.
Yes.
Okay, whoops.
So the 19,000, does that would fix that problem, or we then would have to revisit that problem? That's the question I'm asking.
Right. Yeah. Sorry. It's just we had like 6 quotes.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and look at them and let's be more
It's
specific.
crazy to spend $20,000 on
agree.
something that has to be redone. But if it can be like something that we can do in
Part way
parts,
towards the,
right?
But we want the warranty for sure. Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because the one that was 6,600, which was the third one I mentioned, was not warranted. That was a concern to me because it's just going to last 3 months
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
fall, and then we pull it up in December. Then that's upsetting. So I can look at that 19,000 and be more specific. Then there was that one that had the match, which I believe was a separate one. That was where we would pay the 7,000 for the seal coat, and the patron was going to pay, I don't recall how much, to fix that big area to the left of that huge tree.
Yeah.
So
So just
that-
texted it and said that they were going to create the scope of projects for that.
Who's they?
Um, so that you can compare apples to apples.
Yeah, because I have them all in the email. I could search. I just don't know. 8,000.
But, um, 72 to 85, we have to get a grant.
Correct.
We'll have
Right,
to
if
get
we're
a
doing
construction
the whole thing, and this is really an interim step to just salvage that part of the parking lot.
We just want it to be a lasting.
We want to be able to last, because it will take us years to get the money for that grant.
years.
So, you know, if you could hold for 2 years and then 2 or 3 years, and then, you know, then other things will need patching, and then we can
Right.
hopefully get a grant to take care
The
of it.
patron offer is a good offer to.
I do think that, yeah. And I don't know that we need, I mean, we wouldn't, obviously, I don't think we would seal that parking lot on that side, because that's got lots of undulations and loose things there. But if they were to power, from what I understand from that part of the offer with the seal coating, was that they would clean
Mhm.
and then they'd restripe, which, you know, that's.
And if we're gonna do that one, that's the one we're gonna have to get ADA compliant, because that's where the. people
That's where the
park.
ramp is. Okay. That was from the director's report, right? That's what we're talking about.
Mhm.
Anything else from the director's report? And you, okay? Then it's treasurer's report time.
All right, our reserve funds. For American One Account Reserve Fund, which is the cash flow reserve fund and the capital reserve fund. Our yield for 1 year was 3.82. Which is good, because that one is mainly kept as cash or, you know, money market kind of things. We have $271,607, and that's our cash reserve fund. So that's what we use to keep the doors open. Our capital reserve fund is going to be 30,000, because we have transferred, or we are gonna
We'll be
vote,
transferring.
we're gonna vote to transfer 90,000, because we have to pay for the community room. The managed account fund is also called the contingency reserve fund, and that's $65,769. Our other reserve fund is the employee benefit accrued liability reserve fund, which is about 13,000. For income, most was expected or on budget. Our funding is 435,000 so far. Over budget was grants. We have $22,436 worth of grants. This is for the fiscal year. Remember, it started in July. So it's $9,000 over budget for the fiscal year. And our donations, we've got about 20,000, and that's $15,763 over budget. It's nice. So our total income for the fiscal year is 480,831, which is $44,878 over budget for the fiscal year, which is basically the grants and donations. It is the grants and donations, not even basically. Expenses, most were expected or on budget. Over budget was materials and services. They were over $2,800 for the month. For the fiscal year, we have spent 59% of our money, of our book money, on books that you can hold. Ebooks at 41%, which is funny because usually it's the reverse. We've spent $12,000 for the fiscal year for physical books and about $8,500 for ebooks. Program expenses were about $2,400 over budget for the month, but on budget for fiscal year. Advertising, publicity, and fundraising is over budget, about $1,500 for the year. Under budget was equipment and tech, which is under budget by about $3,400 for the fiscal year. Buildings and grounds is also under budget, because I didn't see the bill for the tree yet. Because we had the tree work done.
Yeah.
But it must not have come out. Maybe it'll go into this this month's budget, the January budget, because the December budget, it wasn't in there.
Oh,
So,
When did they
theoretically,
do the tree? Did they do it in December?
they did it in December, yeah.
yeah, so maybe
It's not ready.
maybe the bill's gonna show up in January. But at any rate, we had about $1,700. We were $1,700 under budget. Our tree work will put a quick work to that.
That's right.
So total expenses were about $66,000 for the month, because quite a bit was over budget. But for the budget for the fiscal year, we're 23,000 under budget, so most is to be as expected. That's all I have.
Well, thank you.
Great. Committee reports, executive finance, I guess this is in relation to finance. And it's not on the agenda anywhere else, so I forgot about it. Just wanted to thank the community, even though nobody's watching. I want to thank the community for their generous support for our year-end fundraiser. It was very much a success, a wise investment in getting the word out about the library. And we found a lot of really nice supporters out there that we're going to be doing some more engagement with, and hopefully building up our development operation in a more robust way. But that being said, I want to thank all the donors that gave, regardless of how much.
Yeah.
Anything from facilities other
The
than
facility, well, we're gonna talk about that later.
Mhm.
Facility plans.
long range planning?
One thing I would like to say is I think we need to do a new construction grant this year.
Without a doubt.
Mhm. So we need to think about that.
And once we get to part of the lovely meeting where we're adopting
Things.
things, we can then put dollar signs to that and figure that out.
Mhm.
Which is a combination long range planning. Talk about that in board discussion, development. Already just touched on a little bit. Landscaping, parking lots a mess, but that's fine. Trees are gone is, I think that it's going to be an ongoing tree situation, because we have to have trees on the agenda at every meeting. So in order to make that happen, we have to do more tree work. The tree committee, landscaping and tree committee will change that. Nominating that I could take that off since there's no navigating happening right now. Board discussion. So community room construction update and change orders. Part of the agenda and the folder that everybody has access to. We had a number of things that that have been kind of not necessarily outside of the scope, but just part of the scope that need to change. Few things was the ceiling, the second ceiling, the electrical panel, and the footing of the in the closet. So they're all those projects are done and complete. It is moving along surprisingly well, given things that have been found and just progress. War came in earlier than we expected. I was in here earlier, I guess last week. There was obviously painting and or priming or both going on. I should smell it, which is a good sign. Hopefully then they move on. Electricians are in. I think we're going to have them in again, obviously, to do some wrap up. But it's looking really, it's going to be nice. It's going to be, I mean, I don't want to oversell it. It's just an empty room, but but it is really important to the community. Right. It's what you put in that empty room that makes it important. Which gets into the idea of what happens what can we do to make it special for our reopening? There's a bunch of ideas that have gone through. I think Michael's report talks about some of those things. I think, as soon as we can possibly get it open, we need to decide if we want to go with that ribbon cutting scenario or not. yeah, I'm sure we can get some interested folk to come. Maybe some politicians that might be running for office might want to come to be around for a tree cutting for an empty room. But it's again, it's what the possibilities that exist because of the new room. Um, I've heard ideas from like in addition to like trivia nights, bingo nights. I think we can the idea of big-ish community connecting things as events, either fundraisers or fundraisers, is really
Showing how it could be utilized. I think
right.
would be
Various
important.
different things. I mean, I think it's interesting. As I was thinking about bingo nights, all of a sudden there were like 3 or 4 different bingo nights that popped up in town. For a lot of it's school district oriented, but that really is a pent up excitement for bingo, and they can be fun, and it's not standard bingo. But other things like uh, a big fundraiser could be like a casino night or a games, like table games. You can, you bring up, somebody comes in with all the table games, and it's just. But I'm all kind. I'm should we say we're open to all kinds of ideas. I know that our programming staff is also working hard to come up with things to fill that room up with. Really important that we kind of flood the zone, for lack of a better phrase, as we get into the spring, and people start breaking out of their winter shell, or even before. Maybe we come here. It's nice and warm. Obviously, it's warm in here. Not that people at home can tell how warm it is in here, but it's warm in here, according to me.
And no one else.
And no one else. However, my hands are cold. That's not to it.
Can you unmute Judy? Jody, because she keeps telling me things and I'm not.
Oh, Jody, you're not supposed to say anything when you're not at the meeting.
The lag and I can't keep up.
Was wondering who you were texting.
I wasn't.
Oh,
I'm trying to unmute here. Sorry. I don't know
Jody,
why.
are you here? Can you hear me?
It says ask to unmute, so unmute. Feel free to unmute. I don't know why I can't make her unmute.
These are good cookies.
I know
There you
that.
go.
When you get those,
Sorry, I just muted you as. Try it again.
Really good.
There you go. Hi, Jody.
Hey, well,
It's
you
not
know
my
that I
birthday,
have
we'll
to
just be
talk.
clear, so-
I can't believe that I'm not there when there are good cookies.
Look.
Yeah, really good. All right.
Did you have something to add, Jody?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sort of behind.
Jody.
Okay, so trees. I suggest that we need a line item in the budget for it. Like $10,000.
Don't
Um,
have to.
I'm just throwing it out there. And then in terms of, I know that we're going to do facilities and stuff. In terms, I was reading all of the ADA signage that we're going to need. That's Braille. We actually are going to need a line item in the budget for the signage to
The ADA, that is what we are supposed to do. That is what we can do if we can afford it. We're not, it's not incumbent upon us to do that.
We have to have a plan for it.
We have to have a plan.
And we're gonna have to have a construction grant.
We have to have a grant to do it. So we don't have to do this year.
Okay, thank you for clarifying. I appreciate it.
Right, we just have to adopt the plans. You don't have to actually execute the plans. I know it sounds like it's shady, but it's not shady.
Nope, that's
We have to have the money.
the guidance we got from Rebecca was you need a plan. And when you have enough money, you can implement that plan. But we'll need a grant to do that.
Mm.
It looks like there are 5 of you there. Am I correct?
6.
6. Okay.
5 trustees,
5
yes.
trustees. Oh, 5, yeah, and me now.
It's a very small group.
We trustee too.
Oh, I see
Anything
Ginger
else,
now.
Jody?
Thank you. Okay. You can mute me if you want.
Or you could just not say anything, and then you can speak if you need to. Is that okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Um,
Since it's a problem.
community room reopening. So yeah, so that's a conversation that we're just, willing to, we need to ramp up what we can think about for kind of our reopening.
May I ask, like, were we thinking, like, when are we doing this? Like,
Yes,
soon, March,
won't be
April,
here.
May?
well,
That's what, we're gonna have to do it.
That,
Uh,
like, the
yeah,
day,
we just-
It can be at a later date. We can have the room open.
That's true.
Do a
Okay,
celebration.
right.
I suppose, at a
Could,
date
you should be here.
certain.
Yeah, you
after
should be
you
here,
Should
but-
be there.
well, I don't have to be.
And I'm not gonna be here for a good chunk of April, and the first week in May. So, um,
Yeah, but we can wait, would
We
be
can
my
wait
point.
until you're back.
No.
unless we're ready before then.
True.
but we
It's still a
if we
month,
plan
but,
a major event, though, it takes a little.
Well, as far as if it's a ribbon
Oh,
cutting, that's
That's.
the PR piece.
Yeah, the ribbon cutting we could maybe do right away and then have a big
Mhm.
shindig later.
Plus
Because
the
the-
weather's dicey in February anyway, so that's another
Yeah.
hindrance. We plan something really great and then patrons can't come, or February's a hard month. March is a little better. But I guess we'll see. I
We could
mean,
just have a ribbon cutting, cookies and punch sort of situation. Right as soon as we open it.
yeah, those are good.
As soon as we, open up the room and then do an actual shindig later when the
Right.
weather's nicer.
In the room itself, I haven't seen it. Is it a place for displays? Like for kids stuff and things like that? I mean,
The wall.
like a wall or a bulletin board or just a place in there. Because I know in the past, one of the most attractive things about the room is that like all the little kids' handprints, or if they did a craft and is there a display area in the room, or is that something we can install later on?
Well, it's just gonna be bare walls right
Yeah.
now
Walls,
because they
mhm.
just are painted.
We moved the hanging system in.
The hanging system is here now.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if we want to be able to rent it out for different events, I'd be careful about what,
Have
we're
to be
hanging.
portable if we-
right.
Yeah.
For the,
I
in
think-
the plans for 2027, I think that was, there was a suggestion to expand, to make movable walls that we'd be able to use for art in 2027 from the plan that I read.
That's true. And you can also project things too. I mean, I don't know what the AV will be like, but you can take pictures and project them on, especially the walls are gonna be white.
Van Gogh. things.
Yeah.
Right, in the immersive, experience. So I want to see finger paints at,
I thought you did.
30-foot large.
Yeah.
We can get the mini sphere. There's a mini sphere being planned for the Baltimore area,
Mhm.
smaller than the one in Vegas, but the same technology. We can get a mini.
There you
This
go.
Immersive.
Immersive.
Immersive and a cup of coffee. Sorry.
That's fine. So just, leaving dialogue and space for us to be open for community room reopening ideas. So Michael and our programming staff, again, fundraising, and, did I say fundraising twice? Fundraising and fundraising.
Friend.
Friend, yes. Is kind of, what we should be looking at, and just like community engagement, people, when I've gone through the first round of, which leads into the next piece, the community conversations update. The survey, the wrap-up survey went out to folks, and we're going to do a second round and social media push to wrap that up and be done with this round of community conversations. There's many of the comments are potentially about community connection and a place where adults can go of all ages to learn, do something, meet somebody, blah, blah, blah. Lots of,
Sorry.
that's just the camera is focusing on the cookies. Yeah, it's the camera goes by sound.
Sorry, Jody.
It's
fundraising, where we go from there.
Survey responses.
Surveys. So, a lot of people were, I would say, when given a choice of things they'd love to see at the library, and like examples given as far as it was a leading indicator. But all said a cafe would be a great idea. So there's definitely buy-in for that type of thing.
Well, I think we found that.
Right. So from the in-person ones, but that trend's continued within the surveys.
How many surveys have we got?
Under 50.
Well, that's not that terrible.
I'd love to get another 25. So the second round, hopefully we get more. And then I'll put all that together and connect it with the live stuff. And it's going to tell us a lot of the stuff we kind of already know at this point, but we'll formalize it. And then maybe part of our release party with there is like, this is what everybody wants.
Right.
And this is how we think we
No, I think that's a good idea.
The other part of that experience with inviting people was a big part of what made it successful.
Yes.
And maybe there's a more concrete way or a more useful way to connect with people, to get them to come in, besides just leaving it on the website. I mean, you went to a lot of effort to get people to comment and come in.
Mhm.
And so I think that's a good lesson for the future, how we can get people to participate in the library. We have to make more effort to get in touch with them and make them know they're important
Ahead
to
of
be a
time.
part of what we're doing. However we can do that.
More engagement as much as we can is key. Evaluations. I think most of the evaluations, self-evaluations for the board and the evaluations for Amina are in. I got to compile them. Hopefully between now and next meeting, we'll be able to have our one-on-one, even if we have it before the next meeting, or that day, or sometime before that next meeting. So we can be done
What
with
is
that.
the one-on-one?
The one-on-one where we meet, well, one-on-one. It's our board meets to discuss our self-evaluation, and we have our meeting with Amina.
Okay.
to go over the year.
That's a lot on one.
Yes.
9 on 1. It's like 9 on 9.
8 on 1 now.
Now it's 8-on-1.
Yeah.
That's what I say. For discussion, 2026, 2027 budget. So the initial budget, projected budget was sent around. We have essentially 2 meetings to do a final adoption. I think it had to be in March. That March meeting will be the meeting that we had to adopt that and then do all our 59, if we're gonna do 59, which I suspect we will. We need to decide on what the numbers will be. If you have any questions about the budget, you can put them to Leslie or to Jackie. Right now, our plan. Do you want to talk about it, or just want me to continue?
Who?
You. So primarily the budget was
Here's Michael. He's driving, but he's watching from a distance.
That's for me. Sorry for the interruption.
Oh, thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
Cheering yourself in the booth. Enjoy the cookies.
Oh,
Thank you.
Last time, so I had to bring cookies.
It's Joe's birthday, Tom. Perfect.
Thank you.
Let's find our cookies, right?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Sneak through Michael Bennett gets that envelope.
Yes, sir. I'll put it in my office.
Michael Bennett, you have an envelope here, and we'll make sure you get it.
Those cookies. It's a lot of cookies. For
Where
6
was I?
people.
Oh, budget. It's,
Bringing up the budget for a vote. Is that what you're-
right. So the budget that's put forth here essentially accounts for our cost of living increases, staff, and with adding the 3 hours to Wednesdays
Mhm.
that don't exist now. The hours exist, we just are not open. Because right now we are open late on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but we open late on Wednesday, meaning 1 o'clock. Instead of being open at 10 o'clock Monday through Friday, Monday through Saturday.
And we want to open.
And we want to open at
At 10
10 so
and
that we,
stay
and since a lot of the cases, we have a lot of staff here already at that time, it makes sense for us to kind of build around that to expand our hours, which, you know, that's important. When we oftentimes people will come to the doors and we're not open.
Right.
Even though there are people in here, so it's like, no, you can't come in. Sorry.
So we try to work in the semi-darkness. So that no, we do. We keep it very dark so
Yes.
they don't see us as well, but they sometimes they do see us. We slip
Creep
around.
through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why all those people stealing things in the library?
And what about the Sunday discussion we had?
It's on the table for when we are able to do it financially. It's right. It's a tight piece of this.
$21,000 like that. Yeah.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
We do that. I just,
The other part of the conversation, budget wise, is because money is as tight as it is. I'm looking for input. The idea of pushing off the audit costs us $15,000 a year whenever we do it, and we had a good audit, and I wanted to get the board's input on pushing it off at least for one more year, because that $15,000 could be really helpful for next year, and it might be more than one. It depends. If we feel like it's important enough. We've never had one up until last year or 2 years ago. So
what's the downside of pushing it off?
Accountability. Yeah, transparency and cost accountability.
Okay.
The audits is so good that we're clearly on the right track. Yeah, the audit was.
Well, we've only ever had one.
and for our first, and it's,
Yeah.
you know, since we've put in place changes and recommendations based on that audit, our next one should be,
Even better.
yeah, but it still cost us as much.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of money for a small budget that we have.
And that
So,
should include the amount of money we have to pay Jackie to.
right, the staff time.
Plus, our
Lot of
budget's always on record, right? So if anybody really wants to look at our budget, they can see it. They can see that we're not, you know,
Yeah, they can
going
see
on
that it's-
cruise.
And we're not saying that we're not gonna have an audit, just that we're gonna, you know, think of pushing it off.
Every year. Not every year.
No.
Yeah.
So we probably should put some money in the budget for the audit. Yeah, but then we don't have to come up with a
We
15,000.
should probably create an audit
An art
reserve.
Right,
Yeah.
That way we put
And
in, you know,
Slowly add to it.
well, if we just had that line in the budget.
Is that something you want to vote on now or?
no, it's not a vote, it's just conversation. We don't have to vote on the audit, you know, just getting the, you know, if everybody's okay with that, we don't have to pull the trigger on it.
Okay.
We would only have to vote to pay the bill for that, essentially. So since we're not going to do it, we won't need to. So,
When we said that we would do audits, you know, more regularly, we didn't realize it'd be $15,000. When we started out, they were 8. Now it's 15. I
Right.
mean, it's crazy.
we were also led to believe that if we did it, the next one would be cheaper, and it's
Right.
not.
And it's, yeah.
So
That is what we're.
Who told us that?
the auditor.
No kidding.
Well, because
Would make sense that it would be cheaper.
Because it'd be easier
But
because
then
they've
she's
already
know
gone
what
through the
we're looking,
process once
right.
before.
Let's get a different person.
but then you're
Right.
starting
Right.
over again and you gotta lay the foundation again.
Remember, so.
It'd be good to also the same
But they have the
same
board.
voice a couple years in a row.
They said it was like the cost of living.
Yeah, I mean,
increase,
they gotta-
like, for their.
Oh, yeah.
So it's
Change
kind
of
of like,
voices. Not like- But I don't think anybody wants $15,000 a year spent.
No, and when it could be spent on programs and services for our community, I think the trade-off is minimal.
Because even if we go for a 5%, 259, that would basically cover the increase in salaries due to the cost of living.
Right.
It's not like we're gonna get more money than that, really, it is exactly that,
right.
so.
Right, so
I
what?
have I have a comment about the audit. Because we know that that people look very closely at what's happening. Is there some way we can document our rationale for the why we're choosing to not have an audit yearly?
You just did. But,
Yeah,
well, it's not a hard rationale. It costs 15 grand. What, you know?
Oh, no,
You
I think
understand.
it's a good rationale, but not everyone listens to our meetings and
Yeah,
I
Well,
don't
we'll
know.
have
I mean, I don't know
minutes.
where it would be documented, but
in the minutes. We'll put it on the sign out. Yeah, right.
uh-huh.
Go by, you're not blowing 15 grand out of noise. 15 grand.
And I think we address it when questions come.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
We felt that it was more valuable to go into programs and people.
and do it annually, not that
Not
we're
that we
not
never
going
can
to
do
do it,
right. Just
but
we can't do it.
we're not a giant
By
library.
No. We're not a non-paid either, Joe.
Okay. That's it for board discussion, unless there's other things you want to discuss at the board that relates to the new business we're about. You can always go back to additional comment. So for new business, can I get a resolution to accept the treasurer's report, warrants, and financial transactions reconciliation detail?
Why don't we take turns? Who wants to go? I'll go first. Take turns. Okay.
So- All in favor? Aye.
Somebody else.
Let's try this again. Can I get a resolution to accept the director's report and include it in the official minutes of this meeting?
I so resolve.
I second.
Thank you. Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. See. Resolution, can I get a resolution to adopt the Putnam Valley Free Library Facilities Plan, the Facility Development and Construction Needs 2024 to 2029 document?
I so resolve.
I'll second.
Any additional questions or comments?
We should make it 2025. 2024.
The document says 2024.
Yeah, I think
Adopt
it's
the
just that I
document.
didn't change them.
It's not my fault. We're adopting the document.
Can I change the title?
Yes, so as
Okay, so
amended,
It's amended.
as amended. Even though most of the thing refers to stuff that's,
It does
Yeah,
refer to
reverse.
24 to 29, doesn't it?
it's a 5-year window,
Because it's been
Yeah.
changed.
Okay,
Yeah, so we're good.
It's no.
so no changes.
Mhm.
Did somebody do that?
You're on D.
Yes,
Did you
we
get
did it.
All in favor?
Aye. That's what we're missing. There was a question or a comment.
Can I get a resolution to adopt the Putnam Valley Free Library ADA standards and plan?
I so resolve.
I'll second.
Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. And now that these two documents have been adopted, we can then start adding dollar signs to these things so that we have them for our grants and for our fundraising and for whatever resources in our planning moving
So
forward.
our facilities plan and our standards and plan. Those
Yes.
are
It's kind of hard
necessary.
to figure out what these are gonna cost.
Well, we do know, we did get an estimate for a generator, which I thought was cheaper than it would be
For what?
for the generator.
Yeah, that's. So I'll add the amounts that we know.
Well, I also, yes, and I dumped that document to help me with some data, and it came out with a bunch of stuff. I'll share that.
Okay.
All right.
The fire department got a generator through a grant.
Oh,
Right,
really?
and that would be our goal.
That would be my too.
Can I get a resolution to authorize transfer of $90,000 from the Capital Reserve Fund 3520 to the General Fund 1010?
I so move. I'll second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor? Aye.
May I ask why you're gagging?
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
But we gotta do.
So we need it, right?
Yeah, sure.
That's
No, there's not.
That's why it's there. And I get a resolution to approve the work change orders dated 12/19/2025, 12/22/2025, and 12/30/2025 as part of the continued community construction, and authorize the director to pay $90,000 earmarked for funding construction dated January 9th, 2026.
I so move.
I'll second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. It ends new business.
Yay.
Old business.
Trees.
Trees. So they did it. Since our
Yes.
last meeting, they finished because the snow had subsided and they got snow again. So it's done. It still doesn't look very pretty back there, so that's probably future work. Um,
Don't worry, the bittersweet will all grow over it and invade it and we'll never see the
let's hope.
lumber.
Well,
Yeah,
at least we don't have a tree looming over the
That's
building
right.
like the
And
big.
it's not that terrible.
No,
It looks fine.
it looks like the woods.
Yeah. I don't think people notice. Well, they
Well, it's
know
only because I noticed it, yeah.
Your average patron is probably not, staring into the woods behind the building.
Doesn't have
much.
the scary tree, that's.
Right, the scary tree is no longer
Scary
there.
tree,
The
yes.
Halloween tree.
Mm.
In website, I know that it was a conversation we started about possibly looking into a change of website. Obviously, we need to build budget into that, and we don't have budget built into website redesign.
Do we know
But
how much that type of thing costs?
it's well, it depends. I mean, a lot of it can be done
Cole knows how to do it.
in-house with whatever tools we have, right? It's so
I spoke to them about it and they seem to know how to do it.
Oh, okay.
because I know there's a lot of communicating with Mid Hudson on and getting the tool to fit in there and
Well,
It's-
we either go with the Mid Hudson
Mhm.
template or we go completely off.
right, but the
script.
catalog still has to that
Well,
link
yeah,
to the
but
catalog.
that's just a link. But the rest of the website would be.
Right, it's not their format.
It
It's
would
already,
be, one of those other.
and I would suggest kind of
services.
the more contemporary scroll down instead of buttons.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of stuff on that site, and
Mhm.
that would change. Ultimately, it's actually
Maybe
get
arrange
more
it.
things on there. It's just
Mm.
the way it's built. So I just don't want it to fall off the radar. That's why I have it there. Number 7. Okay, I have no other old business or revisits or updates unless somebody else does. We can move on to just public comment. There's no public here. Lovely, lovely. Board member comment on any items, future board meeting topics. Anything the board wants to add about anything? Well then,
Happy birthday, Joe.
Happy
Okay.
birthday, Joe.
Birthday.
That would probably be stressful.
yeah, I would.
Oh,
I
where would you rather be with us on your birthday night? I mean,
claim the 5th. Can I get a motion for an adjournment? Our next meeting, for clarity, is February 16th at 6 p.m. It is President's Day. The library is closed that day, but we will be here for our meeting at 6 p.m. on February 16th. It is the Monday. It is the President's Day.
and whether
We
it'll be
are
in here or there, we don't know.
We originally were set for the 17th, but for scheduling purposes, we need to come here. And it's 6 o'clock because the sound bath is also that same day, just like it is this week. So it's why we haven't.
No, the sound bath, sorry to interrupt, the sound bath, it would be the next day.
Yes, it can't be on that.
If that's
It's
it,
closed.
we're closed, so
All
there's
right. So nobody's bathing on that day here.
probably not.
At least not.
We hope
now.
not.
So we care whether it's 6 or 7. I mean, 6 is fine. 6
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
put that on the
I
calendar.
so move, we adjourn.
My second.
Second.
all in favor? Aye. Great. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Jody. Have a great evening.
Bye, Jody.
Bye, Jody.
Bye, Jody.
Thank you for your
Bye.
flexibility and happy birthday, Joe.
Thanks, Jody. Appreciate it.
Come by tomorrow if you want some cookies, Jody.
I will. I have
Okay.
plastic
Okay.
too. Okay, bye-bye.
And plastic. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.